In 2040, Rato Mizuhara is cryogenically frozen after he contracts multiple sclerosis. 5 years later, Rato is cured and revived by Mira Suo. Mira explains that 4 years ago, the male killer virus emerged and wiped out the male population except for him and 4 other immune men who were similarly frozen, and they are obligated to have children to save humanity from extinction. In disbelief, Rato goes outside, and is quickly attacked by lust-crazed women until he is rescued. His sister Maheru, who is now a teenager, arrives and explains that their brother Ryo contracted the virus and had to be frozen to save his life. She also reveals that his childhood friend Elisa Tachibana went missing 3 years ago. That night, Mira attempts to seduce Rato, but he rejects her advances. The next day, Mira shows Rato several bathing girls, and asks him to choose his conception partner. Shocked, he refuses and insists he must locate Elisa as she is the only woman he wants children with. Mira agrees but says until Elisa is located, she will send a different girl to his room every night. Kyoji Hino, one of the immune men, enjoys his new life and sleeps with the actress Rina Kitayama. After Rato, Maheru, and Mira have a meal, Rato runs into Hino, who mocks him for his hesitancy.
Why are you gay?
Akane Uouji later ambushes Rato in the shower and attempts to seduce him, but he faints and is carried to his room. He reluctantly sleeps platonically with Akane and Sui Yamada, as Mira changes her mind and assigns them to him. The next day, Rato, Mira, Akane, and Sui examine Elisa's old laboratory for clues when they get attacked by an escaped bear, but Sui knocks it out. When he learns Elisa was working on a cure for the MK virus, Rato decides to finish her work and appears on the news to relay his goal. After Maheru scolds him, he finds a recorded message inside Elisa's old teddy bear where she reveals the MK virus is a man-made biological weapon. He confides to Mira that she resembles Elisa and apologizes for not producing babies, but she says working on a cure is indeed the better solution. Meanwhile, a council of women views Rato as a threat to their power. They then arrange for another man to be revived. In 2040, Shoto Doi is tormented by the bully Takamatsu, his girlfriend Erika, and his gang, and his only allies are his sister Meiyu and his teacher Yuzuki Hanyu. He contracts an illness and is frozen, growing resentful when his classmates do not care and walk out during his goodbye speech. He is cured and revived 5 years later by Karen Kamaya, who explains about the MK virus and that Meiyu went missing. He resumes class in his old school and reunites with Yuzuki, who seduces him. He starts to bond with other girls but gets injured by a stray volleyball. Yuzuki treats and seduces him again, while they admit they have always loved each other. Karen later reports to her superiors, who ask why they had to reopen the old school. She says Shoto and the girls do not know about Hino and Rato, so they think Shoto is the last man on Earth. As such, they will use them as pawns in their scheme to take over the world. Shoto has been sleeping with Yuzuki every day. You MILF lover bastard. 1 week later, Karen drags him to swimming class. Natsu Ichijo is later assigned to be his temporary roommate. After Shoto helps her get dressed, she confesses that her father gave her an arranged marriage to a much older man until they were both killed by the MK virus. She then seduces him. Meanwhile, Rato is working on the cure when Mira informs him that Maheru works at a refugee shelter. However, she warns him that if others discover Maheru is his sister, she may be endangered. Rato meets Hino, who reveals he has impregnated one of his girls. When Yuzuki returns, Shoto confesses that he slept with Ichijo and begs for forgiveness, but she says they all know and he belongs to everyone. He confronts Karen and demands answers. She takes him before the class and says she reopened his old school to make him comfortable so he would mate and repopulate the planet. All the girls then strip naked before him.
Yeah, boy.
The council says that since Rato refuses to mate, Mira is useless and will be removed from her post. Rato has a month to make the cure before he must mate. Meanwhile, Mira is fired as Rato's attendant, even though she is allowed to stay, and is replaced by Ria Katagiri, who appears hostile towards him. Additionally, Rato is partnered with the shy virologist Maria Kuroda. Rato reluctantly bathes with the girls in a hot spring. The group then travels to Kieman City, where the MK virus emerged, to interview Taniguchi, the hospitalized widow of the virus' first victim. Taniguchi refuses to cooperate and mocks Rato for not mating. When they leave, It is revealed that Taniguchi is in contact with Elisa and wonders why Elisa will not reveal herself. In a hotel sauna, an American named Chloe attempts to seduce Rato and tricks him into kissing her just as the others walk in, angering them. Later, Mira talks with Taniguchi about Rato's honor and convinces her to share what she knows. However, someone sneaks in and poisons her foretube, leaving her in critical condition. Before losing consciousness, Taniguchi asks that a photo of her and her husband be given to Rato. Rato, Sui, and Maria investigate the abandoned hospital where the first victim was treated but do not find anything. Akane deduces that Taniguchi was poisoned and suspects Ria. Ria rescues her sister from being raped by another girl. Rato scans the photo and finds incomplete blueprints of the MK virus design. Akane and Maria later warn him that people working on the cure mysteriously disappear. Meanwhile, bored with his harem, Hino spots Maheru and chooses her as his next bed partner. His attendant, Naneko, informs Rato and Maheru, who protest that she is only 16, but agree to a lunch date with Rato attending. The council orders Rato to distribute rations as a publicity stunt while Akane reveals their leader Kaha is her mother. Ria then confesses her love to Mira, but is rejected. As Rato passes out rations, a sniper attempts to kill him but is stopped by Rei's sister. At the lunch date, Maheru rejects Hino, depressing him, but he sleeps with his jealous harem to placate them. Rato, Maria, Sui, and Akane discover that many of the missing doctors passed by the abandoned hospital. Karen tells Shota he cannot leave the school until he graduates. Later, the class draws lots to choose his new roommate. Rika Unogi wins, but he runs away to the teacher's lounge because she resembles Erika. Shunka Hirogi walks in and bonds with him by revealing she also used to be bullied. She then seduces him. Rika complains it was supposed to be her turn and fights Shunka, so Shota runs away again. He calls Yuzuki but gets no answer. Akira Tadu, the one who hit him with the volleyball, apologizes and seduces him. Karen makes a new arrangement where a girl will be assigned as his servant daily. After kissing Rika, he trips and scrapes his hand. After getting treated, Karen orders Ichijo, Shunka, and Akira to sleep with him simultaneously. Chifayu Ren Kuroda attempts to seduce him, but he refuses because she looks like a child. Karen informs him that Yuzuki moved away, angering him. Over the next few days, he becomes more sexually aggressive with the girls. One day, Shion Hoshino, one of the girls who regularly ignored him when he was bullied, transfers in, shocking him. Shion asks several people for help, but the girls refuse due to her age. Karen explains Shion tried to become an actress, but due to the MK virus, she can only get a role if she mates with Shota. Still angry about her ignoring him, he humiliates her by forcing her to come to class in her underwear before he mates with her in public. Afterward, Shota asks Karen to find someone and bring her to him. Meanwhile, Rato's group speculates the abandoned hospital is where the virus originated. Karen delivers Erika in chains where a vindictive Shota forces her to lick him. Karen tells the girls to compete to become Shota's main wife. Ichijo and Akira seduce him in the swimming pool. He brings one to his room, where Erika sits collared and acting like a dog. He asks her what happened to Takamatsu, but she does not know. After Shota sleeps with the girl, Erika begs for her medication to counteract her drug addiction, so he feeds it to her with his mouth. Rato's group returns to the abandoned hospital, and he suspects there may be clues to Elisa's location. American mercenaries, led by Ms. Pope and Ms. Mansfield, seek to acquire Rato. A girl in Shota's class is contacted by Elisa, who tells her to start their plan. Rato's group explores the abandoned hospital where Sui accidentally breaks a wall to reveal an air duct. They crawl through it and fall into an underground laboratory. The people inside try to kill them, but are killed by the mercenaries led by Chloe, aka Ms. Mansfield. They find a time bomb and are forced to escape in a helicopter as the lab is destroyed. Ms. Pope meets the council and arrests them after deducing the MK virus was created under their orders. Chloe reveals Elisa is a member of a terrorist group, shocking Rato. As Shota sleeps with several girls at once, Shion attempts to escape the school but is apprehended by Karen. Shota returns to his room and takes pity on a sleeping Erika, covering her with a blanket. Suddenly, the school is rocked by explosions. Rato's group sees the explosions while Chloe is informed terrorists have kidnapped a man. Shota wakes up in the hospital, where Karen explains terrorists tried and failed to kidnap him. She is surprised that he shielded Erica and reveals there are other men out there. He asks her why she does not sleep with him. Just do it, you idiot. And she says she wants to rule the world. He agrees to help her. Elise's terrorists abducted a man in stasis, Zen Kinebuki. Chloe's group takes over Japan and orders Hino to stop mating until the terrorists are dealt with. He agrees but is angered when Chloe separates him from his girls. Akane reveals Kahaa and the other council members will be put on trial for creating the MK virus, so Rato helps her visit her mother's cell. Elisa hacks the airwaves to reveal her group is called Izanami, who are not terrorists but a group of rebels against the UW. They claim all the world leaders created the virus to wipe out men and create a world of only women and that Izanami aims to save the men. They demand all the men in stasis and those awake to be turned over to them. Rato's group decides Chloe cannot be trusted and that they must escape. They suddenly find Shoto and Karen in Rato's room. In a flashback, Karen performed a procedure on Shoto to make him slightly older and no longer need glasses. Back in the present, they meet Chloe and bring Shoto's girls with them, briefly reuniting Maria with her little sister, Chifayu. Meanwhile, Rato meets Mira and urges her to escape with them, but she will only agree if he mates with her, which he refuses.
Just do it!
Suddenly, Ms. Pope arrests them, Akane, and Sui, saying they will be taken to America, but Ria and Maria knock her out, and they escape to Maheru's shelter. Shoto and Karen make a deal with Chloe to allow Shoto to keep mating and make Karen the ruler of Japan. Rato's group gets on a ship owned by Izanami headed to Taiwan, but Ria and Mira stay behind and are arrested. Hino calls Rato and wishes him luck, but he will not leave his girls, whom Chloe imprisoned, behind. Chloe has Ms. Pope stripped and whipped for her failure, saying she will wipe out all men. After Shoto sleeps with his girls, he spots the imprisoned Rina and chooses her as his next conquest. The ship lands where Rato finally reunites with Elisa. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Have a good day. Bye.